Hi, I'm Bob, and you're in the United States of analog. And full disclosure, what you're about to see, or hopefully about to see, is a video I shot a few months ago for another channel of mine. It got about 70,000 views initially, and I submit it here for your approval in case you missed it. And second of all, so I can add it to the permanent canon of fine videos that I'm posting up here on the United States of analog. So with that, I present the IKEA Obergesand and the video that may have killed that turntable because it's no longer available. Okay, it's October 1 and it has arrived. The there's no R. As promised, IKEA has come out with their first turntable in a long while, the Obergesand. Hey, that sounded pretty good. I think I nailed it. Made in China. The box weighs in at 5.8 pounds, rather light, doesn't inspire confidence right off the bat. A pair of Jordans in the box are about 3.8 pounds, so that'll give you some reference. And the box dimensions are 16 by 15.5 by 8. So I was just about the first person in the door Saturday morning today at IKEA in Round Rock, Texas, and wasn't sure where or if the turntables were going to be available. So I walked in, I started snaking my way through the store. I noticed there were a couple other guys kind of walking through the store fast. You know, it's kind of a serpentine layout there, so I wasn't sure where, if this was going to be near the lamps or if it was going to be there at all. And sure enough, just past the furniture section, two young ladies were literally unpacking a pallet, unwrapping the plastic from the pallet and putting these things on display. It's part of a whole kind of media line that IKEA seems to be doing, some new shelving. I bought a bag that you can put vinyl in, like a vinyl carrying bag that was like $3.50, and they've got some other things, some racks and shelves for DJs and things like that. So, you know, I just took a quick look at it, grabbed a couple boxes and put them in the cart and went straight to the checkout. So what we're going to be doing today is an unboxing and a quick look at the new turntable from IKEA. Is it a toy? Can it make music? Does it have any special sauce at all? Can you hot rod it? All these questions and more hopefully will be answered in the next few minutes. All right, there's one other thing I wanted to tell you right off the bat before we get started, in case you don't even watch this unboxing and you're rushing to your local IKEA to get the Obergesand. See, didn't roll off the tongue that time. There's a little indication on the box where it says excluded. And I panicked at first. You see that black box there where it says excluded? And then it looks like the top profile to me of a cartridge. And I thought, oh my goodness, did it not come with a cartridge? And so I was literally heading back to IKEA to find out if the cartridge was separate, which didn't seem to make sense for an inexpensive consumer item like this, that someone would have to install the cartridge. But what someone indicated to me online, that it's the USB plug, the 5-volt plug that goes into the wall. That's what that was, not a cartridge. So I was relieved that I didn't have to make a second trip back to IKEA. So just to give you a little warning on that, don't freak out if you see that little black box and think there's not a cartridge inside. There is some kind of AT cartridge included. All right, now let's get to the unboxing. All right, so here we go. We got it up in the media room here, and we've got the sharp knife. We're going to try not to cut too deep because there's a lot of plastic in there. I just felt something hard right there. Maybe I went a little deep. No, I think we're good. All right. Here we go. Kind of unusual that it opens from the side. Manual, some pretty lightweight USB-C cable included, and pretty utilitarian RCA to mini stereo cable. We'll get these little. It's extremely light. It's extremely light. But maybe it'll make music. It's hard to tell. Wow, it's light. I can't get over it. I thought in the pictures that it was going to be made out of maybe some kind of MDF, at least the body, the plinth, as they say. There you go. Let me hope you can see it there. Protecting the spindle. Again, I'm not even sure if, wow, it is a very lightweight plastic platter with a lot of play. I don't think it can be removed. And there you can see the flat belt. So again, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work, but it's extremely light. I think in the pictures it has more substance. It looks like it comes with an AT cartridge. You can see the white cartridge there. I do not think, well, the head shell may be removable. I see a screw. I see a screw on the bottom. Actually, it looks like a ground. So I don't believe that this is removable, and it looks like the head shell is also plastic. The arm, I believe, is some kind of aluminum or metal, so that's encouraging. There's an arm lift lever here, and it's got a little bit of metallic finish here on the pivot point. Not sure what the counterweight's constructed of. Not sure if the counterweight can be adjusted or not. It may just be set up for this cartridge. So my hopes of putting an MP110 in here may be dashed. There's where the power goes in right here. Audio out. And then the buttons in the front. 33, 45, and on and off. So I don't even believe there's an option to turn off the included preamp, which also closes another path to customization. All right, I put it in the chain. I put it in my system, plugged it in to the USB. I found a USB 5-volt plug. They're all over the place in my house. And I did go with some Amazon basic straight RCA cables left and right into my amplifier. And first of all, let me say that the IKEA, it did make music. It has an AT3600L cartridge from what I've read. I did the vertical tracking force, and it was precisely at 2.75, which is right in the middle of the range of that cartridge's recommended tracking force. That's a little heavy for my liking. My plan has been to maybe put a Nagaoaka in there, the MP110, which I have lying around, or a Rainier from Sumiko. Both of those weigh 6.5 grams. The AT that comes with this IKEA is at 5.7 grams. I haven't really explored it completely, but I don't think the counterweight on this IKEA table is adjustable or movable. So I guess if I do put in the Nagaoaka, say, I'll have to probably get some blue tack and put some kind of washer or something on the back of the counterweight. It wouldn't be seen. Perhaps I could get some better tracking, and I'd have a little bit of peace of mind that, you know, I wasn't tracking with such an inexpensive cartridge. But I played a couple things. I played an original copy of Dave Brubeck, Timeout, and an original pressing of Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. And the dynamics were pretty darn good on both of those records. I mean, I was getting all the highs and the lows. You know, there's a couple observations that I had. And some of them are a little disturbing. I mean, the wobble on the platter is just light plastic. I can't imagine that it weighs more than just a few ounces. And there's a visible wobble as the table is turning. It's not crazy, but you can see it. I tried to put a hard acrylic mat that I had on it to just kind of give it a little more substance, but it really didn't make a difference. Maybe it made it wobble more. I don't know. I'm a little concerned with that. The up and down motion, the arm lift is, you've got to be careful with that. It's pretty extreme. Let me look at the table and see if there was anything else. Oh, there's some audible motor noise that I could still hear like 6 feet away. So, you know, depending on where your listening position is, whether you can hear that audible kind of motor grind. Not sure what that is. I don't know if it's from the belt on the plastic. I'm not sure if it's the motor itself, but there is audible motor noise, and I may have heard a little bit of noise, electronic noise between the tracks, but I'm not sure if that was just the age of the record or if there's a little bit of hum coming through. There is no ground wire. From what I can tell, the cartridge is grounded to the tone arm, so it must be a metallic tone arm, but everything is as I've indicated, and you can see from the pictures, is pretty plastic. Yeah, that's about it. I'm looking back at it now just to see. It did make music. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I'm gonna try to hot rod it with that Nagaoaka cartridge. I don't know if I'll have any luck, you know, getting it to balance. I will say I did take a Shure cartridge alignment tool as well, and the cartridge is aligned pretty well. So I wasn't getting any heavy sibilance or anything like that from the cartridge. So, I mean, it's doing some things right, but when you consider that an RT80 from Fluence is $50 away from the price of this table, less than really, $40 away, well, you know, it gives you something to think about. I mean, this is a plastic music making device in the realm of toys, which, you know, I'm sure there's some engineering that has gone into it. I don't know why they made some of the choices that they did. I don't know how a company like Fluence could have a metal platter and this has a very cheap plastic platter. I'm gonna take, I don't even think it's removable, otherwise I would take it off and put it on a flat surface and see if it's even flat. So I don't know what that wobble is that I was detecting. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna try to find some kind of fix for that. So I think I'll keep this table, experiment with it, Frankenstein it a little bit, see what upgrades. You know, there aren't many upgrade paths with this turntable, so beware, okay? You know, if you got 159 bucks and you just want to have some fun, you know, maybe you've got a rental property or a lake house or something, I guess this would be a decent table. But I guess, I don't know even about decent, really, just because of the materials that it's constructed from. You know, with Fluence being just 50 bucks away, you've got to consider that. So that is a quick look. The IKEA